G'day everyone, welcome back to the Sophisticated Bogan. Adam here. We are back on the Falcon. Sorry that these videos have been taking so long to get out. Been a bit of a madhouse these past few months. So yeah, in this episode we're going to be tackling suspension components. We're going to be getting them sort of prepped and ready. I'm doing this intro after I've already made the video. So I'm cleaning them up at the moment, but I will be painting them. If I can see if I can afford powder coating, but I'm probably just going to paint them because down the track they're all going to be changed out anyway. So yeah, also engine and gearbox is coming out in this episode as well, so I'll have Sean, my lad, helping me get all that out. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's crack on. So we are at Mark's, so you guys might have remember seeing this place when we did the trailer restoration. So he has got a sandblast. Unfortunately the bloke that I was going to go through before, he had to work and our times would have been out of whack then and I wasn't able to get around there. So awesome that Mark actually has the bit for me. Bloody legend. Alright, so we've got the sandblaster cabinets already. We've got our piece in there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get much of it on camera from me doing this because you'll probably just get glare off the screen, like off the glass plasticky stuff. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'll hit it, do a quick run over it, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, let's crack on. Alright, so I'm just letting the compressor catch up again, but I will show you just for this quick 5-second sort of run. Get this open. Alright, so that's how it's looking. As you can see, it's starting to clean it up. Alright, so let's get into this and let's get this thing done. Alrighty, so that's one done. They'll be getting wide brushed so they also end up looking like that. So this is as much as this one's going to be done for now, so we're going to move on to that piece. And then I just want to get a couple little bits and pieces on the inside and a couple other spots that I want to get on there, and then I'll wide brush them again so they look like that. Alright, let's keep on cracking. Alrighty, so these are done now, all sandblasted. So the next step for these will be with the wire brush, just to finish them off and get them all shiny again. And then they'll be ready for the bushings. So we're just going to use Mark's hydraulic press. Because I've got all new white line bushings to go in, so we can press them in, and then these can be put aside ready to go for when the suspension all goes back together. Oh, what a mish. Alright, we'll pick this up back at home, back at the workshop. Alright, so we have these back home, and now we'll just go over them with the wire and get them all looking pretty. So yeah, once those are done, then they're ready to have all the bushings and ball joints and that put in. Alright, let's crack on. Alrighty, so you can see the difference. So these are the ones that I had done with the wire wheel, and then we just hit with the Sandblaster just to clean up some areas. And you guys would have seen what it looked like at the start of this bit. So yeah, that's stage 1, or stage maybe 3, 4, who knows. So the next stage for this is for the smaller wire wheel down there, the other brand new one down there. To get up all the areas, and then I'll be doing it without gloves so that I can clean it all up to make it look all pretty, and then they're ready to be yeah, to have all the bushings and the ball joints put in. Alrighty-o. Oh, it's getting a bit warm in here. Anyway, let's crack on. Alrighty, so the battery has gone flat, so just getting the last little bits of this one, and yeah, once that's charged, we'll get onto these other 2 bits, or finish this one off and get onto these other 2 bits. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the steering rack. So it's in the garage, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so we've got the steering rack in the vise. Just need to rotate it so that I can get this back over that way a little bit. And I've got a shifting spanner that will fit. So yeah, just need to tap these oops, sorry. I just need to tap these out so that I can get the shifter around the edges there. And then yeah, we'll get these suckers off hopefully, and then we can move on getting new ones on. Yay. Let's crack on. Alrighty, we have them off. Thank God for that. Okay, so I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, and then we'll put the new ones on. So I'm just going to do it all here, get some rags, get together, all that kind of jazz, and yeah, we'll get this all cleaned up. Alright, so they're all cleaned up now, cleaned up both ends. Amazing what you can do with some little ones, baby wipes, wire brush, and a rag. Alright, so yeah, let's get these suckers on. Rightio, so that is the steering rack pretty much complete. Just got a little bit more wire wheeling that I want to do on it. Obviously, got to clean the lines up a little bit more, and also do the tie rods, and of course, you know, get another power steering pump. But otherwise, it is ready to go. Yeah. All right, so let's get this back out to the marquee. Back to where everything else is. All right, let's crack on. Alright, so these are done. Need a little bit of a wipe down because, you know, all that type of stuff. But as you can see, they cleaned up really, really well. As you guys would have seen in photos and stuff that well, in previous videos as well when I started on them. So these, so I just give them a little bit of a clean up. Will be right to go for all the bushings and for the ball joints. So, yay! So, got one of the lads here, got Sean here with me. Just rode his bike over. We've got the ZX9 outside as well. So that's going to get a clean up and get ready to start working on that as well. So no people, I'm very sorry that the Falcon of bike videos have not been coming out. Anyway, so what we've got to do is we've got to get the water pump radiator, undo the exhaust, as well as the mounts and everything for the gearbox underneath. That's all we have to do from underneath. Oh, and we've got to put the jack underneath the bottom of the engine onto the block, because the sump is over there. So that way you can take the slack off the chains, and we can put the engine hoist onto that and then get everything out. It's going to be a bit of a mish, but yeah, we'll crack on. We may have some other help later on. We're going to see how it all pans out. Alright, let's crack on.
I have an intake of women watching now.
Because of you being in it. Yeah, look, John's thinking that a whole lot of chicks are going to watch this now because he's in it. Alright, one thing that we've got to make sure that we do that I forgot about when we're underneath it, I didn't mention this before, same as what we had to do with the Commodore, we've got to undo the, like on the gearbox, there'll be like a little steel rod bracket type of thing that connects up to the gear shift so that you can change gears. We've got to undo that as well, so I forgot to mention that before, but yeah, so we've got to do that, so as I keep on cracking. Alright, so a bit of an update, because you guys have just seen watching time lapse. So we've got Sean underneath there, got a couple of things undone, he's getting a couple more things undone there for me. We've got the engine, as you can see, up on the hoist. I'm leaving the jacker underneath there with the wood and everything on there just to give us a little bit more security. So got a couple more things undo underneath there. We've got to undo the gear selector and then the gearbox mounts. Yeah, so we're getting there. Oh yeah, I forgot, I've still got to move the bloody fan and pump out of the way, Sean.
Nice.
Alright, so I've got to get the last bolt for that one as well. Alright, let's crack on. Yeah. Alright, so this is one of the reasons why I'm rebuilding this engine. As you can see, things are a bit, like caramel milk, chocolate, and it's not because of coolant and everything, that's rust. So it's a good thing Peter's going to be helping me because he's built a lot of engines. So we're going to strip this one down and rebuild it, and it won't have that stuff in there anymore. So yeah, have you seen anything like that before? No. Alright, so we're really close now to being able to pull this engine out. We've got some room in the front now. I've been wanting to get that off so we've got space. And then yeah, so we just got to undo the exhaust and the you've got the gear selector undone, haven't you?
Yeah, you just got to take the mount.
Alright, so yeah, we just got to get them out. Alright, let's crack on. Alright, so a little bit nerve-wracking. I decided I'd have a smoke while waiting. Don't smoke, kids, bad for your health. But yeah, I thought I'd have a smoke to calm the nerves, because this is now where we pull the engine out. So we've got everything undone. We're fairly certain we've got everything undone, we're hoping so. But yeah, so let's have some fun and pull this engine out. Oh boy, here we go. Alright, so not too sure how well, the camera's not really fully facing where we sort of needed to. We weren't going to clear the car because the car's up on stands. So yeah, we had a height discrepancy. As you can see, we had the engine out, so yeah, we undid the gearbox. We've dropped it down temporarily. yeah, so I need longer bolts, or I've placed the other one somewhere. Either way, I need bolts to put it on the stand, but we can get that done. Still got to grab the gearbox out of here, so that's all right. We can do that shortly. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. We had spillage, so I've got some cleanup ahead of me, but that's okay. I can easily treat it and clean it all up. That's not a problem. That's why we didn't want it going out onto the grass. Oh man, what a miss. So yeah, I dare say this gearbox is not going back in this car at all. It has to be rebuilt. We've discovered all the seals are not sealing. The main seal on the back of this, obviously we'll be changing that out because it's all buggered anyway. And yeah, so massive mission. I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Alright, so thanks again, mate. Thanks for your help. It's good having kids. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. In the next video, you guys will see the engine bay getting prepped, cleaned, and all that kind of stuff, so that we can get it all painted and looking fresh and nice again. You guys like what I'm doing, of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Check out Facebook, Insta, and give them a follow. I'll do some pictures and stuff like that for this as well, and that way, yeah, I'll put it up on Facebook. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.